Hello, this is Radwan Al-Bahrani, and I've decided to quickly make a video explaining what task 1 is in week 1 and how to solve it. So the first thing we want you to do, as you can see here, is you will need to create a GitHub account and make sure you have a GitHub account of your own. GitHub is very important. You need to make a GitHub account. Then you will need to fork this repository and clone it to your local machine. Let's do this step very quickly. So what is forking? Forking, basically what it does is creates a repository in your own account that is an exact copy of this account. Why would people fork repositories? It's to contribute to open source systems. So forking will basically allow you to tell the person that you have forked the repository from that you have made some changes to their repository and you want to implement those changes in their repository. But to do that, you will need to fork them and make it your own copy of the repo. So if I click fork, it'll just load up for a second here. And then I can fork this repository directly into my own account. I can name this whatever I want, for example, task 1, for example. Very simple. And this will copy the repository into my own account, which means everything in that repository I now own in my own account. Once I create a fork, you will see I will start forking, which should only take a couple of seconds. And then you'll see now it's under my own account instead of the GDSC account. You'll see it says forked from GDSC, but it is under my own account. So once I have that here, the next step is clone the repository. So you'll copy this link right here. You click code, then you copy this link right here. Then you go to, for example, let's say your desktop, right? Let's say I want to do task 1 here. So you'll do task 1, and then inside you will right click, open terminal. And then here, what you're going to do is clone the repository into your own PC. What does that mean? You're basically taking this online repository with everything in it, the code, etc., and then you will grab it into your own PC or laptop or your own local device. That way, you're able to change and clone, change and modify the files inside it. So once you do git clone, it'll start cloning, and you'll see it creates a new file for you, which has the README and the solution, right? So let's open this. That's the wrong one. Right click and then open with code, or if you don't have this option, you could open code directly from here and then open this folder. You need to be inside this week 1 folder or task 1 folder. Open it. Once you open it, you will see the README and the week 1 solution already there. Let us preview our next steps very quickly. All right, as you can see here, our next step right now is to make an initial comment, right? So to make an initial comment, it says create an HTML file, whatever its name, and then do the initial comment. So what you need to do is create an initial file, something like, I don't know, your page.html. And then once you create it, you can just immediately commit it. How to do that? You open the terminal, you press Control, Shift, and tilde to open the terminal. And then once you open the terminal, or you could also file, or I think it is terminal, new terminal right here. It'll open the terminal. Once you open it, just type git add dot. What does git add dot to do? Basically, it tells the Git repository, hey, I have some changes. I need you to add all of them into staging so I can make sure I create a new save point for these files, right? So now it's basically telling the GitHub, add all of the files that are different from the online repository or the local repository and set them for staging, set them for tracking, start tracking them, right? So once I add it, you'll see in git status now, it will see that changes to be committed. You see, it says it has this your page.html and it's ready to be committed. So now you do git commit /m for message, and let's say, for example, added new HTML file, right? This part very simple. Press enter. You'll see the commit is now done. And when you do get status again, it'll see up to date with Origin Master. But it'll say on branch master, it'll say your branch is ahead of Origin Master by 1 commit. Use git push to publish your local commits. So once you're done, you have a clean working tree, like you see here, nothing to commit, clean working tree. Just do git push, and you will see it'll push everything over to GitHub. And now if I go to GitHub and refresh, you'll see your page.html is now added. Now, the second step is gonna just teaching you about branches. So what is branches? Basically, in normal repositories, you do not want to be working in the main production code. You always want to be branching your code first, which is basically making a copy of the code, adding your changes, and then merging that back into the main code. So what you need to do, it's very simple, git checkout /b for new branch, and then make it like, for example, adding HTML. And then now you are now in the new branch HTML. You'll see here you're in a new branch adding HTML. It's on the bottom left. And now make your changes. For example, let's do HTML, HTML, HTML 5, for example. There we go. And then let's say, for example, hello world. There we go. And now I have made my changes. Now that I've made my changes, I can now quickly add these the same way that I did previously. Git add dot git commit /m made the changes to HTML, and then git push. Now you'll see, because this branch is new, there is no upstream branch. You have not set the branch to be upstream, which is fine. You don't need to, but for the sake of this tutorial, we will do it. You will do git push origin, and then you'll just name the branch upstream, which is going to be adding HTML. There you go, and now it has pushed the new branch adding HTML, and now if I go to GitHub again, you'll see here the new branch has been added. If you change branches, boom, you have adding HTML, and in adding HTML, you will have the changes. Also, locally, if you want to check the local branches, you will see go back here. If I go checkout again and go back to my main branch or master branch, you'll see the code goes away because the code is not in the master branch. The code is in git checkout. What is it? Adding HTML. Of course, if you at any point if you forget your branch name, you can just type git branch, and it'll tell you all of your branches and which branch you are currently on, right? So now let's merge the branches. Git checkout main, and then not main, master, and then git merge adding HTML, and you'll see fast forwarded, file changed, all merged. Now git push, and you'll see now that all of the branches have been merged, and you'll see here that the new change has been merged right here, and the branches are now the exact same. This is pretty much the entire task. Now all you need to do is make a pull request, which is just go to pull requests right here, click new pull request. It'll say you'll see here it's merging from your account to the GDSC account. This is what you need. Create pull request, put your name here, and then click create pull request, and it will be finished. And that is the first task. Thank you for watching, and hope you have a good one.